All right, welcome back, everybody. So the Jamaica Teachers Association, that's the JTA, has announced the allocation of an initial $35 million to support teachers who've been severely impacted by Hurricane Melissa. We're getting some more information on that this morning with the president of the JTA, Mr. Mark Malavra, who joins us. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Good morning. Good to have you with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Asked you during the break how you folks are faring. You said rough.
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 We've been out to the western parishes, and what I will say, if you're not mentally strong, don't go.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the reality. Many of our teachers are suffering. You know, it is just heart-rending what our teachers are going through, what they experienced. We have been told many horror stories of what they went through during the hurricane. One particular educator, you know, was all that was left for him to do was just call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the reality, and the recovery process is going to be long, tedious, and hard. You know, the demands are overwhelming, but resources are so limited.
Yeah. Are you talking about support, not only now in helping them to build back, but the psychosocial going to be important too, because
it's very important.
Trauma.
Yeah, and it's something that we have been pushing, something that we have been demanding, particularly from the Ministry of Education, in terms of we do not believe that at this point in time, teaching and learning should be the priority. We believe that, you know, psychosocial and emotional support should trump that at this point in time. Then we can transition into teaching and learning. The reality is that the learning loss is going to be significant, but we are going to have to find
remedial ways.
Yeah, to catch up. We will catch up, but we will not catch up if the emotional and psychological trauma that our teachers have been bearing since COVID coming right up is not treated with. You know, resilience, I've often said that resilience must not be mistaken for invincibility. And we have to push through with that to ensure that our teachers are their psychosocial support. We give them psychosocial support so that they can get back to the business of teaching and learning and engaging our students.
Yeah, you earmarked an initial $35 million relief for the teachers. Let's talk a little bit about that. Why that figure, and how? And is it sufficient to cover?
No, it's not sufficient. It's a start.
Yeah.
We looked at the programs that we normally have every year, and we determined that we are going to have to park some of those programs to respond to the demands and needs of our teachers. As it is now, we have spent significant amounts of monies already just providing immediate relief in terms of kits. A team of us are going out this week again into and over St. James to see what we can do in terms of providing some kits. But it's really a drop in the bucket. But I mean, notwithstanding that, we are looking to partner with our international partners. You know, there's Education International, for example, American Federation of Teachers. They have reached out to us, Caribbean Union of Teachers. You know, they have reached out to us to say to us, for example, you know, we want to help.
Yeah.
We are delighted for that. We are looking to seek to raise in excess of $275 million just to treat with
You can't turn it off?
Just to treat with the...
That's how people are on TV, they ask questions.
Just to treat the reality of just to treat with the issues. And maybe that is still not enough, really, because we are looking at in excess of 5,000 of our teachers being impacted.
Wow.
5,000.
With at least 2,500 of them being severely impacted.
Yeah.
Let's have a total population of how many?
We have some 24,000 teachers across the island. But it's significant, really. We have seen pictures of homes just flattened, decimated, people just looking up in the ceiling. You know, they have lost everything. And let's bear this in mind, our teachers are not really getting a lot of, in terms of their salary. And so they will struggle to build homes, their home. And then for Melissa to just come and tear that away. There's a teacher, for example, 6 years, single parent, 2 kids, put on the roof finished putting on the roof about 3 weeks before Melissa came. That is gone. And
You know, I hear these stories, Mr. Prezi, and sometimes we think of teachers as teachers and we don't think of teachers as people. And I hear the debate really has been more around what happens to the students who have CSEC and CAPE and PEP, and how do we prevent the learning loss and get them ready. And I don't think many of us stop to think that the vehicles through which they learn are the teachers, and if they are not okay, then the kids can't be okay.
And that's where we need to get at. We need to have that conversation. It's difficult. We want, and the JT is not against reopening our schools. We've never been. For us, the priority must be psychosocial support for members. I mean, Simone, when you go out there and you see
I've seen it,
our
it's
teachers,
traumatic.
they are suffering. When you go into schools and you see, for example, principals that have spent decades building an institution, and then it's just flattened. It is heart-rending. I mean, it breaks you.
I know the guidance and counseling unit did some counseling work with the teachers that are in the zones of special operations, and they rolled that out. In terms of, you have mentioned psychosocial initiatives, online support, crisis leadership training. Have those programs already been designed, and what would the rollout be?
Actually, we're partnering with our international partners, AFT Education International. They have done extensive work in crisis-prone areas, whether it is that in Ukraine or any of those areas, for example. They are now tailoring that sort of program for us. We have been having extensive discussions with them. So that will be rolled out in very short order. We believe as well that crisis leadership, there are gaps within the education sector. And I've done extensive research on crisis leadership, but there are major gaps in leadership as it relates to crisis leadership and what should happen during a crisis. Those are things that we are looking to plug because it will help us to recover. And not only recover, but being able to become more resilient as we deal with more crises in the future.
How you said that if right now the immediate need is a psychosocial for the teachers, and we need to focus on that before, and you said we will catch up. How? Because the psychosocial is going to take some time.
It's going to take some time.
And so isn't that more pressure? The catch-up part not going to make the things harder?
Well, here's where it is. For us, you can tailor it in a particular way. Because whilst you deal with the immediacy, as you go along, you can tier it. You can put it based in tiers. And in doing that, you can also run the parallel in terms of the teaching and learning engagement, because after you've done with the general, then you now try to take a funnel approach to identify those teachers based on group counseling, and those teachers that may need individual counseling. Those are the more severely impacted individuals. And then you can run teaching and learning and engagement parallel, bearing in mind that you're going to have to build the physical infrastructure that are there, particularly in the Western parishes. It's when the government, and again we are going to have dialogue with the government, because you can't repair all the schools immediately. You're going to have to perhaps
it's a lot.
You're going to have to probably use geoinformatics and and the demographic details to determine which schools do you prioritize, and then you send those students there, and then you build out the other schools as you go along. The recovery effort is going to take a number of years.
It is.
And essentially, it's going to take all hands on deck, really. But there needs to be upfront, frank, authentic.
Inclusive discussion.
Inclusive discussion.
All right, we got to go, President. Always our thoughts are with our teachers.
Thank you.
As they navigate yet another challenge, but hopefully one that they will be able to overcome successfully. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
For speaking with us, President of the JTA, Mr. Mark Malabra. When we come back, fairness for female athletes. We discuss the change in the Olympic schedule and just how this will affect our female athletes. Please stay tuned.